We are live. Hello, everyone. I hope everyone is having a good week this week. Even though we are having to say goodbye to four people this week that shaped a great deal of things in pop culture. We are today's subjects, as stated in the lineup. We're going to be talking about the Olympic team controversies. We are going to be talking about Windows 11 update causing hundreds of billions of dollars worth of money problems. Maybe even $1 trillion worth. I don't know.
I could believe it.
We're going to talk about controversy with Discord and them wanting to start using real ID and face scan.
Well, actually, I have a newer update even than that.
Oh, good. And we've got a little tiny DoorDash girl update. And the biggest reason why that's in here is because we definitely need something to laugh about. And she's definitely something to laugh about. And, of course, we will be saying goodbye to Robert Duvall, Tom Noonan, Jesse Jackson, and Hideki Sato. I hope everyone can have a good time tonight. And so grab your Yoo-Hoos, your strawberry Fantas, and your favorite soda of choice, and hop over here by the fire, and let's get started talking. Now, today's panel consists of Wavo. Say hello, Wavo.
Greetings, mortals. I am not a recording.
And we also have the great Casey Osowski from Casey's Creepy Creations. Say hello, Casey. Uh-oh. Maybe he's not back yet from going tinkle. All right.
We'll be back.
We'll be right back with him, yeah. Okay, Fox, tell everybody hello.
Howdy, folks.
How you doing, brother?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Enjoying your cigar?
Yep.
Awesome. All right, Crazy and Alice, how y'all doing?
Hey.
Well, as the horse would say, hey, hey.
Hey, hey, hey.
Awesome. The other Alice is in the chat, as is Tony. Hey, y'all, what's up? Please slap the like button and tell people to come on in. The fire's nice and warm, and the Yoo-Hoo tastes really good, and it's nice and chilled. Now, we'll go ahead and get ready to get started. Which story should we start off with? I think let's try the Discord controversy because that's pretty easy going. And it's insane. So yeah, let's talk about all the people losing their minds about the new decisions on Discord trying to control children. So Wavo says he's got an update. So I'm just gonna tell some of the stuff I've been hearing about the reasoning why they're doing this. I don't know if this is true, and maybe Wavo can put it to bed. The powers that be are upset that the youth of Nepal used Discord to coordinate their efforts to bring down the Nepalese government. And so the conspiracy theory people I hang out with are going, yeah, this is to make sure that they can't do that anywhere else. So they're setting things up to where you've got to use real ID to sign in. And I don't know if this is the truth or not, but I'm like, yeah, the powers that be don't like it when people use stuff to weaken their positions.
Where?
Hey, Suzanne is in the chat as well. Hey, Suzanne, how you doing? How's Harlem doing? Is he doing good? I know he's a heck of a lot bigger than you. So if he put you on his shoulders, I'm wondering if you could reach the moon and give it a good slap for us. That's how tall he is. He's a big kid. Dude's feet's ginormous. But yeah. So what have you guys all heard about the Discord?
Well, the Nepal thing, that's news to me. I haven't heard anything about that. But I have heard rumors surfacing, and we are, as Doomcock often says, entering the rumor zone here.
Yep.
I have heard recently that Discord is in talks of reversing the decisions that it made regarding the chat verification and all that.
Yes.
Because of not only controversy surrounding the company that they were using to collect data and all that, but also connections to a certain list.
Yes. That I also heard. Hey, Marcelo, welcome to the panel. Hold on a second.
Hey.
Marcelo,
Yeah.
Marcelo gets to introduce himself. Go ahead, brother. Tell everybody, hey.
Well, I appreciate that for cutting on in, man. Just, hey, I'm the son of Mars, folks. Welcome, mofos. Welcome to the show. We've got all you want to know.
Yep. And we're just going to sit here by the fire and talk. So grab your drinks. Grab the s'mores. Let's get started.
Grab your drinks. Okay, don't mind if I do.
Well, Tony's also in the chat. Says, hell, everyone. Not very talkative. Working, getting my game show set up and a few vids. We're praying for your brother.
Yeah.
Now,
maybe you guys can settle a debate here, Richard.
Yep.
I heard that today was National Wine Day, and then somebody else at work said that May 25th was National Wine Day. Frankly, I'm a lover, not a fighter. So, what do you guys think?
2 wine days are better than one.
Yeah, I mean, dude, if you get a chance to drink the fruit of the vineyard, take it, bro. Take it.
There's some people that it's wine day every day.
Yes.
Marcelo, the only time I would advise against drinking wine would be if you're desperate enough that you have to drink the stuff that comes in the cardboard box.
Oh.
No.
Or please do not drink a bottle of Chardonnay while waiting on your patient that you brought and have to drive home for surgery.
Oh.
One of our patients, family members decided to chug a bottle of Chardonnay and then leave it in the bathroom at work today.
What?
Don't do that.
Wow. My only advice.
Alice,
go ahead, Casey. Go ahead.
Please promise me that if I ever need to come to see you, that woman will be nowhere near me. Please.
She was a family member of a patient, not one of our people.
Okay, good. All right. I'm there.
My guidance is that if it has an expiration date, don't drink it. Don't drink it.
Well, one of the things about wine I've always thought was interesting was the whole concept of boxed wine and Catland. I don't have boxed wine, but I do have. Hold on. Wrong button.
The joke's on you. I don't drink anyway.
I do have boxed Yoo-hoo.
All right, you're gonna have the last bottle, you two.
Yeah. So
my mom.
See, this is my boxed drink and cat. So.
All I'm gonna say about
that. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
all I'm gonna All
Add
I
a
gotta
little-
say about boxed wine is at least Mad Dog comes in a glass bottle, right?
Yeah.
Real
Yeah.
classy there. I like it.
I'll give it that. I'll give it that. Not nothing else, but I'll give it
Mhm.
that.
Yeah, yeah. I mean that drink right there and Tang are probably some of the best things that came out of the 1960s.
Yep.
Right
I
there.
used to drink Tang all the time.
Yeah, man. Hey, we used to make our own soda with like seltzer water and Tang, and it was better than Sunkist.
Are
So
you
you
kidding?
find your like soda stream kind of things.
Now SodaStream, I actually debated getting one of those a while back when they first came out.
Mm-hmm.
Back during what was it again? Right before the first Avengers movie came out, that they
Yeah.
were becoming really popular. And I debated getting one at the time, and I got talked out of getting it.
Oh man, I got one. It's awesome. It's
Huh?
awesome.
Yeah,
it is awesome.
How is that? Because is it like you put what? How do they get this? How do you get the soda? When I
Well,
guess
it's basically it's a canister of compressed carbon dioxide, Casey.
Yeah.
That's all it is. It's just carbon dioxide, and you put your bottle or your glass under it, and it carbonates the liquid.
Oh no,
You know? That's all
oh,
it
I
is.
got it. I see what I wanted to say was how does the liquid come? I heard some people say it comes in like a little plant, comes in like a little pill form almost, and it dissolves when you hit the water.
No. It comes in a canister. You buy it in a canister.
Ah, gotcha.
You buy it in a canister. Yeah.
So it's basically the same thing you'd get in a soda machine.
Yeah. You plug it comes in a canister. You plug it into the machine, or actually you kind of screw it in. That's for you, Shrubby. You screw it in, and then you press the button, and then carbon dioxide gets infused into your liquid, whatever that liquid is that you want it to get infused into. You know.
Hey, and, is it like they say actually cheaper than soda?
I wouldn't say that because I frankly have not used it for soda.
Gotcha.
I'm just gonna leave that right there.
All right,
It
all
wouldn't-
right. I'm not
It wouldn't
asking.
surprise me.
I'm not asking.
Okay. You can bring out the spray bottle. You can bring
Yep,
out
yep.
the spray bottle.
It just sounds
Don't
like
need
somebody
to.
stirring
We
the
don't. We
drink.
don't need to. We don't need the spray bottle. Just a tangent, Phil.
Yep.
That's fine.
I was having to
That's
do
fine.
something behind the scenes right quick. But yeah, the Discord thing, it's literally one of those things of trying to corral people already out there. You know, you've already let the genie out of the bottle. It's kind of hard to put them all back into the bottle, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah, but the thing is, people are really getting worried. I got an email from DC today
Yeah.
asking his Patreon member what he thought we should do, and I'm going, I don't really know. I mean, I can't even get into Discord hardly as it is normally. So
Man.
Honestly, I feel like it would be wise to keep, like, for those who don't want to do the Discord,
Mhm.
have another alternative. For those who either don't mind the whole, either ignore or don't mind the whole Discord thing, or might be too lazy or not know how to do another alternative, have the Discord as well.
Yeah.
Mm.
See, I look at it this way, you know, Discord allows me to communicate with Zachary, who's in the UK, and it allows me to talk to Shrubby, who's in Australia, and not have to spend a crap ton of money on long distance calls.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yep. My first phone call wasted all my credit.
Yeah, and I'm looking at this, and the fact that Discord has been a major benefit and godsend for me.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I like Discord. It's simple enough that somebody who is close to computer illiterate as I am can use it. Which is weird because back in the day I was really good with computers. I used to be able to write programs. And so don't let people tell you brain damage ain't no joke, man. Brain damage ain't no joke.
It is a lifestyle choice, but it's a choice I wish I didn't have to make.
Yep.
Well, we
I don't
have
have any brain damage.
Yep. Okay.
Okay, so I'm coming in late here. What's your beef about Discord? The face verification bullshit?
Oh no, we're talking about the controversy that's come out of it, and the fact that now they're walking it back. And
Look, it's real simple. If you're not going to age restricted servers or sites or content, you don't have to worry about it in the first place. And even if you are, there are published workarounds where you can just put into the Discord startup code that you're an adult. Okay, they wouldn't have left in place workarounds like this. They are just crossing I's and dotting T's here. Okay,
And it's just a
They're
formality.
trying to keep from
Yeah.
getting sued.
Yep.
Yep.
exactly.
Yet
because
again,
from what I understand, because
And
from
if you
what I
want an
understand, this is
alternative, go ahead.
from what I understand, like you have companies like Roblox and Discord and all these different companies that are doing this kind of thing. From what I understand, correct me if I'm wrong, but I think this is due to a law that was put in place in the UK to supposedly protect children.
yes.
That was only for
Right.
adult content sites.
It
Right.
deri-
Even though children are the first ones to figure out their way around any of this
derives
stuff.
from that.
Always.
Yeah, it derived from that. Wary, but it derived from that. I mean,
But-
and honestly, yet again, I mean, and I'm not making any excuses. The lawyers win yet again.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
they always do.
Okay, so
But you just keep alternatives going. You want an alternative to Discord? Paid a few bucks a month extra for the entry level X subscription, and you can use DMs and phone calls through DMs
Correct.
just like you do. I mean, heck, there's a member of our community. The only way I can get a hold of her is if I call her over X.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not that I have to do that very often, but you know.
Yep.
I mean,
Yeah,
but not
and it's-
everybody has the
yeah,
money
yeah,
to be able to afford the Twitter subscription thing.
Yeah.
see,
Which
here's the
I
thing.
feel like you shouldn't have to pay money to contact people.
Well, hang
And
on.
if I'm gonna give it
Ingrid
to
would
a
disagree with
company,
you.
and if
hang
I'm
on.
gonna give my money to a company to contact people, Twitter is going to be
No.
the last place I do so.
Spoken
You pay
I
a
am
phone
not
bill?
Whoever you- hang
supporting
on.
a company that owns Grok.
Do you pay your phone bill? Do you pay for
Hang on.
internet access?
I'll-
You're paying
That's
companies
different.
to facilitate.
DBK?
No, it's not. You're
I
paying
got this.
companies to facilitate your communications.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
is just
yeah.
another layer.
Hang on, DBK.
Twitter owns an
Yeah,
AI
that-
robot that makes indecent images of children.
No, Swollen. It's a whole lot simpler than that. Okay, it's a whole lot simpler than that. There are a myriad. I mean, and it is literally a maze of laws involved with communication. They pass multiple different agencies. They pass multiple nationalities. Okay, I mean, with all due respect, you're younger than me. Okay, and I'm gonna lay it down there. Okay, you're missing a few points there. Don't argue it. You can if you want, but you're gonna
Who's
lose.
missing points?
But you're gonna lose. The missing points are the
Who?
fact is that hang on. If I can't explain it to you, how can you get the benefit?
I can't get the benefit if I don't know to whom you are speaking.
He's talking to me.
Swollen. I'm speaking to Swollen, DBK.
Yeah.
Okay, so here's the thing. There is a myriad of different laws involved. There's laws.
I do see your point on like how I can seem like kind of condescending when I say I'm not going to pay for contacting people. It's like I already do that for like internet and service. I just don't want to add another bill to my monthly fee.
It doesn't matter. When you pay for internet, you're paying for the ability to, not for the right to. Okay, the person who is connecting to carry whatever you want to say. Okay, you are obliged to abide by the laws by which they have to adhere to in carrying your message, and so therefore there are different laws than being connected to. Okay, and then on top of that, those who pass along your message to whoever it's going also have other laws involved with conveying that message. Okay, some of those laws have to do with what jurisdiction who is receiving that message, and they might be different than the laws of the one sending them. Okay, and so all this system of attorneys is effectively a puzzle that has to be unraveled by the company who is saying, I'm going to let you connect with somebody else and have a conversation with them. Okay, the problem here is that they're optimizing for the ability to permit you to do that in a way that it removes their liability from any guilt in you being able to have that conversation when you shouldn't have that conversation. Okay? They're not protecting you, they're protecting themselves. Always assume that when you're not paying for something, you are the product.
Yeah.
And you are not protected. Always assume that.
Exactly.
Yeah, I already do kind of assume that. No one's in it just for the love of the game.
Correct.
I was just more so saying that I just more so don't want to support Twitter because all the past stuff that happened with Grok, and I just don't want to give them a set of my money.
No Twitter, there is X.
It's the same platform. They just changed the name
by calling it Twitter these days. Two, you don't like it because it's Elon, and I know that
I don't care for
you're
Elon.
complaining about a mistake that Grok made weeks ago that has now been addressed. If you were holding a grudge against Twitter, hold a grudge against Twitter for the actual KP that was all over that platform before Elon bought it and cleaned it up. Okay.
The thing is, that mistake should have never happened in the first place.
Oh, please. Nobody's ever made a mistake before.
Yeah.
But a robot making indecent images of children?
Jack Dorsey didn't capitulate to the FBI.
Non-existent children.
It's still depicting a child indecently.
Exactly.
Do you not get how that's wrong?
What about the rampant KP that was all over that platform of real children before Elon bought the platform and cleaned that up, and they all fled to Blue Sky? Yep. If you're going to hold a grudge, hold the right grudge. I
hold a grudge against literally everything that has anything to do with indecency to children.
Who was actually harmed by
I feel the same
brief period of inappropriate images of children, non-existent children? Who was actually harmed by that?
It's still indecent pictures of children, and those people are clearly sick in the heads, because if they're gonna make fake ones, what makes you think that they won't do the same about real ones? If they feel attracted to fake children, then they'll feel attracted to real ones.
Drove those people off the platform. You, my friend, are holding a grudge that makes no sense. When Grok found out what was going on, they fixed it.
Yes, I give
Get
them
over
props
it.
for fixing it, but it should have never happened in the first place.
Whoa!
There
Hang
are
on a
plenty
second.
of things
Hang on
that
a
should have
second.
never happened in the
Hang
first
on a
place.
second.
You
Swollen?
can't hold a grudge forever.
But with all due respect, back in the day, there was this thing called America Online. This was before you were born. With all due respect, you didn't exist inside of someone's. Forgive me for saying this, semen creation vesicle. Okay, you didn't exist.
Well, assuming how old my dad is, I'm gonna have to doubt that.
Hang on, don't get insulted. Hang on,
I wasn't. I was just trying to be.
We're having a cogent conversation, and you have to understand that sometimes you might be incorrect, and if you can accept that, then we can have this conversation.
I'm accepting that I might be incorrect. I'm just explaining why I don't like grok.
But that's not the point. That's not the point. I'm going to keep going back to a logic conversation. That's not the point. The point is people do very, very wrong things. Okay? Not all of which you can a priori, that's a Latin word, it means beforehand, know about. Why? Because we're humans. Okay? The thing is that once you find out that something that they shouldn't be doing and you act upon it, then that's good. If you don't, that's not good. Okay? And by the way, this situation has existed for several decades since these communication media have existed. Before, quote unquote, social media, there was America Online. Before America Online, there was something called Usenet. All this crazy crap, okay, that we're talking about here was out there. Sometimes, and most of the time actually, it wasn't policed other than through our law enforcement agencies. Okay? It's just that now it's become easier to police. The problem is that there's still more places where bad stuff can happen than they can catch up with. It's a cat and mouse. You're not talking about a new problem.
Yeah, I've heard of
that for a long time. Okay. And so to complain about somebody because they didn't think about it ahead of time doesn't really help. I get that you're upset about that. You're totally in your right to be upset about that. But that doesn't help. The point is that these people who are running these organizations aren't actively pursuing this up front. It's as if this was a new problem. It's not. If you're going to permit adult content, you should set up those controls up front. But you know what? There's this little thing called capitalism. And as long as the attorneys say that you can continue to ask for money in the form of advertisement, these places are going to allow it to happen. Because before X, guess what? It happened on Reddit. Is Reddit still around? Yeah.
What doesn't happen on Reddit?
Yeah, Reddit is one of those places that I'm like, damn. But anyway, let's go ahead and move.
And the whole thing is ridiculous because if you don't like X, fine.
Could you
Find
let
another
my dad
platform.
finish
Find
talking
another
before you cut him
alternative.
off?
You can't find one, make one yourself. It's never been easier to do that than it is today.
For the record, I'm still on AOL. I've still got the same AOL account I've had
Dude.
2001.
AOL.
Dude.
Holy shit, I didn't know it even still worked.
Dude.
I still use AOL.
What?
One way
I didn't know AOL was still a thing either. I thought it died out over a decade ago.
No, I've got a friend who has an AOL account.
Are you serious?
She was just bragging on it the other day. She says, "Well, I got an AOL account." I'm like, I didn't even think it was still around.
Lord have
I'm still paying $29 a month to be able to keep this account going, so Zachary could be able to contact me.
I don't want to sound disrespectful, but
Dude,
What made you think that was a good idea?
Because
It's
here's the suggestion, Richard. Give Zachary his own Zoom account for crying out loud. Jesus.
well, I kept the same email account was so if Zachary started to look for me, it'd make it easier for him to find me. All he'd have to do is type my name in and find where I used to do artwork for people. And my only email account I had was the AOL account, so I kept it going.
My God.
Again, I have to ask, was it worth it?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I mean, I kind of didn't use it to find you. But my first attempt, I was just like, I'll just look on what every single old person is on nowadays, Facebook. And then I was like, oh, I lost my Facebook account because I forgot the password, and I can't be bothered to do all that stuff to get it back. So I'm just gonna be like, yo, mother, give me his number. And she did. And she was like, I'll send it to you. And I was like, thank you.
But like I said, I wanted to make it easy for him to find me, so I did. But anyway, like I said, I'm looking at what's been going on with Roblox, and I've been seeing what's been going on with Discord. I've got so many friends on Discord now that I'm able to talk with people about various role-playing games that I enjoy, BattleTech especially. I love getting in my BattleTech discussion. They get my sense of humor, and they're not offended by it, and it's awesome. And you know how easily amused I am, but hey, that's life. Hey, Carlos Fish is in the house. Hey, Carlos, what's up?
Fishy.
And but anyway, that's been the Discord controversy that had me giggling this past weekend. Let's see. Let's go ahead and hit the Windows 11 bullshit. I mean,
Lord.
right now,
don't get me started. Ugh.
Right now, Crazy Horse and Alice has been dealing with this with their new computer. But at least Crazy Horse and Alice aren't losing a couple of $1 billion because
well,
just go ahead.
It'd be nice to have $1 billion. If anybody wants to donate to the Alice and Crazy or Broke Fund, y'all know where to get us.
We have been losing something the last 2 days, losing our mind over it.
Well, I take
it's so aggravating.
I'd take a few thousand at this point.
Yeah, I mean, okay, the Windows issues that they've been having ever since they forced everybody to move to Windows 11, I've had nothing but problems. I mean, I can't even use Google Chrome on my laptop now.
That's why I won't move to 11.
Okay.
Yeah, they didn't force everybody. They just said you're not getting updates anymore. If you knew how to do it, you could get updates for the next 2 years without paying a penny or giving them your email address. But it's not 100% bulletproof. I had to roll that back on a system because it killed the very service I was using that system for.
Yeah.
And my laptop tried really hard to get me to update to Windows 11, and I refused because I knew the system was going to be broken before it even went live.
But see, that's the key, is that you knew. So when we were shopping around for, I think, headphones one day, so back before we even started thinking about a new computer, we're standing at Best Buy, and I'm watching all these people bring these computers in.
You were at Best Buy. That was your first mistake.
Well, okay, there's not a whole lot of options. There's not
Hey,
a whole
don't
lot of
be
options
hating.
for
Don't be
DVK.
hating.
I just
Start
teased him because I hate him.
participating.
I
Trust
hold
me.
in a grudge from 10 years ago.
Trust me, I was overstimulated. We know it's overpriced. It was
No, it's fine. I'm just I'm ragging on him.
okay. Because girl had to get her stream on. Okay,
Yeah.
so we're standing there, and I'm watching all these people come in with these computers, and some yuckle behind the counter saying, "Oh this, oh that," and I turned crazy, and I'm just like, I feel bad for these people who don't know anything about computers. Like my mother's one of them. One little thing would go wrong, she'd be calling Geek Squad, spending so much money on problems that if she knew a little bit about computers. And then I'm like, God, it's such a racket.
Amen. That's why I don't let my dad touch Jack on his laptop.
No,
Jack,
My grandma.
Jack's on his laptop.
He cannot.
Well, there's your problem.
Hey, he's got Chrome and Microsoft Office and nothing else. He cannot update anything without having to ask me to do it for him. I refuse to give him admin access. I'm totally with Alice on this one. Totally.
100%. Yep.
My grandma is so.
What's
My
your
grandma
issue with this Windows 11 laptop?
Well, right now it won't let me. Oh, I can't even open Google Chrome. It will not open, and I've uninstalled and reinstalled.
But that's fine.
I don't know. It just even if I go into administrator to try to open it, it won't open.
No. Look, the first thing I did with my dad's laptop, Richard, is I ran Windows debloat because he didn't need all this other crap. That's it. He wanted to watch, and I'm just going to say it. If you don't like it, too bad. He wanted to watch his Fox News. He wanted to watch his local weather, and he wanted to log into his bank account. That's it. I got rid of everything that could possibly get in the way of that. Okay, he wanted to watch like Spanish language music videos. I set that up. Other than that, he doesn't need Windows multi-factor authentication. His laptop doesn't even have a thing for his fingerprint. Why does he need that? I got rid of it. Windows debloat. It's out of here. It's out of here.
Sweet. I just put that onto my notes to check out after we get done.
Windows 11 debloat.
I'm glad I don't fucking use Windows.
Hit me up out of band. I'll do what I can to assist you.
Yeah, look, I mean, hey, like Alice, he said I need a new computer. He had me drive him to Best Buy. He's like, this is my budget. We figured out what it was, and he brought it home. I mean, I don't know. Was this your experience, Alice? You had a budget to work with, and you picked out the best thing that could fit in that budget?
Well, we did, but we ended up getting it from Walmart.
Well, there you go. Well, there you go.
And there's not that many options, and it was for us. It was the simplest way to go to get us the end result.
Yep, exactly like Dad.
And then as soon as I got it home and hooked it up, the damn thing don't want to work because everything, all that crap and clutter that Windows puts in, all wants to eat up the internet, and you can't even load it.
Yep, it wants to load up all that stuff.
Yep.
I got rid of it.
Delivery optimization.
I got rid of it. The kiddo, if he's got a PS5. If he wants to play a game or something, he can go play the kids' game. That's it. He doesn't need Xbox anything on that laptop.
Now, y'all are talking earlier about technological illiteracy. The only thing I can think of in that regard is my grandmother is so technologically illiterate. Like she can use her laptop to get onto her bank account, pay her bills, go on YouTube and stuff like that. But she's dumb enough that she can't figure out that the 4-digit combination padlock on her gate outside, if it's upside down, you have to look at it backwards.
What?
I live I live 15 to 20 minutes away, and every time her pool guy comes over, he ends up putting it on backwards. She calls me. I have to drive over there to what is literally a 5-second fix.
Uh-huh.
And I finally talked to him the other day. I'm like, please start putting it on the right way. Because I have to drive, that's 15 to 20 minutes here, 15 to 20 minutes back. That is a quarter of a tank of gas. A full quarter of a tank of gas round trip.
Oh, please. I had to drive 4 hours one way to literally unplug a router for 20 seconds and plug it back in because an off the shelf bought at Best Buy consumer router because a business client's own employees couldn't figure out how to do it. So
Yep.
Okay.
Only take something to Best Buy if you never want it to work again.
Now, I will say this about the Best Buy near here.
I trained the Geek Squad trainers on Windows on a version of Windows before it came out. I get to talk bad about them, not you.
Okay, now wait a minute. Hold it. Okay. We've heard all the Bush League stories. Let Grandpa tell you what stupid really is. Okay? Casey may be many things. Casey's a wonderful human being. Casey is very thoughtful to friends. Also very modest, as you can tell. But
Very
when it
humble.
comes, yes, thank you, Bucks. But when it comes, I thought you did that. But when it comes to computers, Casey literally does not know his ass from a hole in the ground. I mean, it's crazy because there are so many wires in the back of my kitchen table that is now my studio and my computer center and everything else. I can't even figure out, when the power goes out and the internet goes out, and you know how they got they usually a little emergency thing in the front or the back of the router where you reset it by sticking a pen or something in it. I can't even see what all is. Okay? It drives me fucking crazy.
Dude.
I have to call 3 or 4 different people just so somebody can come over and fix this shit.
Dude. That's not cool.
Dude,
it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. I mean,
but I can't see what hole is, dude.
Wow.
Dude, when I tell you I'm legally blind, I am fucking legally blind. I have to. Wow. Right now, I am sitting probably less than 2 foot from my computer. It is right in front of me.
Well, one of the things about Best Buy, the Best Buy that was that we've got near here, the guys on Geek Squad are actually pretty cool. Every now and again, I can call them up and say, "Hey, can you tell me what I'm doing wrong?"
And
they'll do it. They'll be like, "Okay, did you do this or this?" I'm like, "No, I did this," and they're like, "And it didn't blow up."
You bring up a good point, Richard. The Geek Squad folks I'll say it this way, in less populated areas are more likely to help you out than the Geek Squad folks in more urban areas.
Yeah, that's something I've noticed too, because I've got a friend of mine that's up in Charlotte. I mean, inside Charlotte itself.
Gross.
And they hate the Geek Squad up there because they're like assholes. But the one that there's 2 Best Buys that I go to. One is over by where my sister works at, and the other one is over by where the Costco is at that I go to. And the Best Buy Geek Squad guys there are really cool. When we took the gaming computer that we were going to upgrade, that we ended up sending to Tony, they were like, "Yeah, this is what's wrong," because the original person that was going to fix it for us disappeared with his boyfriend. We have no idea where the hell they disappeared to.
Yeah, yeah.
And so we were like, "Well, what are we going to do now?" Because we were left because he took it all apart. And none of us knew how to put it back together. And so we went and took it up to that Best Buy, and they're like, $50, and I'll put it all back together for you.
Yeah,
that was
it. I believe it. You know why? Because those folks are still in the mindset that they care about the customer, Richard.
Yeah. And
they care about the customer. They you know, they don't care about what others are doing. They want to make sure the customer's happy.
And the funny thing was, I had bought a new CPU and everything to put into this computer to, increase its hard drive space and everything, but needed a new motherboard for it. And so me and Logan had decided what we just was going to end up doing is build our own gaming computer at a later date when we could get a case for it. And the guy at Best Buy that hooked us up and put the old computer back together again for only $50 said whenever we were ready to bring all the parts up, and he'd show us how to do it. So that was really cool. And I'm Son of Mars just had to hop out. I didn't even get a chance to have him tell everybody goodbye.
Son of Mars.
But anyway, like I said, the Best Buy could be awesome, man. But this whole bit with Windows 11, I mean, there were major tech companies that for several days, all of their computers were just bricks that they couldn't even turn them. They would turn them on and it would say up, and it'd just be sitting there spinning and nothing happening. And so many people were calling into the help desk that the help desk was so overwhelmed it wasn't even funny. And I'm like, damn. That's why I said it's hundreds of that Bill Gates got into so much trouble with it because hundreds of billions of dollars worth of money lost that they're talking about Microsoft getting sued for. And if the lawsuits are picked up, what are the odds that Microsoft would survive that many lawsuits?
Yeah, they're protected by their terms of service. I've read them, and they may seem unenforceable, but trust me, Microsoft has enough 800-pound gorillas in Armani suits to deal with it.
Yep. Carlos Fish says, why don't you guys ever replace the fatherboard? The amount of motherless computer chips is astounding.
Well, I have an answer for that. If I may.
Go for it.
The reason nobody ever replaces the fatherboard is because they can't find it. See, the fatherboard went to the hardware store 20 years ago to get some RAM and never came back.
Yeah. The government has tried to step in to be the fatherboard. That's the issue. Now, hang on.
Yeah, let DBK
got your Depend brand undergarments on, because I'm gonna make you shit here. All right. How many of y'all have Windows computers purchased before 2023?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're all going to
well-
stop working in June.
I'll have a computer.
What?
There is a digital certificate embedded in that system that enables a feature called Secure Boot that prevents hackers from taking over your system and planting malware below the operating system. That certificate expires in June.
Damn.
Oh, goody.
Now, there's a new certificate issued in 2023, but the process of replacing it is deliberately difficult because making it any easier would enable the hackers, right?
Oh wow.
So I'm literally looking about half of my systems where the prescribed fix doesn't work, and I'm having to figure out how to do the not recommended fix. And I'm afraid I'm going to have to break down and do my first. All right, fuck. Kai gives computer advice video on this because it's a big Griffin deal.
Yeah. Well, one of the things,
Yeah.
like I said,
Well, my
Get this. I haven't even told you the worst part.
Oh boy.
Most of these computers that we all have,
Mhm.
as soon as you log on to a Microsoft account, it turns on BitLocker to encrypt your drive. If Secure Boot fails, you're not even going to be able to pull that drive out of your computer and put it in another to read it without figuring out how to get online and track down your Griffin BitLocker
Yep.
key.
Yep, Alice. The
This
other
is a big
Alice
deal.
was having a problem with that the other day. Yep.
how the fuck am I supposed to?
And then they want
Sleep
you to
well,
go out
people.
and buy a new computer.
This is shit like this is why I run Linux on everything.
Yeah. Well, next up is our
If you
little.
if you bought it with Windows and put Linux on it, you're still screwed.
Oh shit.
If it came with Windows and you switch to Linux, you are still screwed.
That's not cool.
Oh boy.
Oh, no.
Oh,
Oh, no.
Somebody read it.
I am so completely.
I want to, but I don't want to at the same time.
Now-
Oh.
Let me tell you my
So-
hourly rate for
Oh,
dealing
Lord.
with this.
What?
Somebody's got to do it.
I'm kidding. I don't deal with consumer level stuff like this.
Richard, you do it. I can't.
Okay. So, modern computers are all black males because they know how to run real fast, but tend not to respond to commands very well and can beat the motherboard.
Oh.
I'm reporting that.
Oh, God.
You are so reported.
Oh, God.
Oh, that is bad. That is so bad.
All right,
This
guys.
is like
hold on.
the best little skit about these boards ever.
Oh.
Somebody's got to do something with this.
Okay, hold on, everybody. I've got to do this. Give me a moment. Bad Carlos Fish. Bad Carlos Fish. Bad fish. Bad.
He already swims in shit though, so I don't know if the spray bottle's gonna do it, Richard.
Yeah, I know.
You might have to sprinkle some potpourri on him or something.
I know.
Wait, I'm using. Remember, my spray bottle is Febreze.
I know that comment was a load of shit.
I use this, man. Hold on. Give me a minute. Let me pull it up. Let me fix it. All right. For those who don't know what is in the spray bottle, here we go.
Well,
Oh, God.
See? It's Febreze. April Fresh.
I just use normal water.
Very nice.
well,
Now, That depends, Swollen, on what kind of a dog you're applying it to. Because just regular, just like if it's there are certain breeds, cats and dogs, that just plain water doesn't work on.
I mean, it works on mine.
Yeah, like for example, Jack Russell Terriers, for example, mix a little bit of Febreze into it.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, you give them just plain water. Eventually, they'll think, "Oh, well, it's just another source for me to get water."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Eventually, some breeds will wise up to that.
But anyway,
Man,
what's your next topic?
What you got to say, Casey?
I was just going to say, man, I am so screwed. I can't really afford to buy another computer, and I probably won't be able to buy it in June.
It's all right, dude. We'll see what we can
You
do.
don't have to buy another computer. You have to fix the issue that's there. And that's the trouble. Is it going to be an easy fix or is it going to be a difficult fix?
Well, for me though, everything is pretty difficult, as you can probably now guess.
Like I said, hopefully we will be able to figure it out with our tech guru genius here, Agent DBK. So don't worry.
Criffing DBK.
Criffing DBK.
I lost my license to ill.
Oh, okay. Well,
Oh man, well, I could get you your ill lesson thick.
All right, our next update, which is a small, quick one, is about DoorDash Girl.
Oh, this is going to be fun.
Now, DoorDash Girl, for those who don't remember, this is the chick that walked in on the dude who had passed out on his couch with his pants around his ankles and his willy hanging out. Now, she was told, just leave the food by the door. Instead, she opened the door and went in. And then recorded the whole thing. Her original bit was, oh, hey, Jill. Antiderivative Jill is in the house. She is in the chat. So, hi, everybody. Say hello, Jill.
Hello, Jill.
Jill.
Hey, Jill.
Hey, Jill.
Now, DoorDash Girl, like I said, she actually filmed herself opening the door and going in. And then she said she then took it down, but somebody had already saved it, which I still don't know how you do that yet. I have to send links to Zachary and say, hey, Zach, can you download this for me?
I do it a complicated way to. You can just hit share, and then there should be a villain not a button that shows up that just says save or download, and you press that, and it just downloads it.
It was trespassing.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And anyway, she filmed all this stuff. And then she came back, took it down, then re-edited it to make it look like she found the door open and went in. Now, the dude, she accused the dude of SA when he was passed out on his couch with his pants around his ankles and Mr. Happy just sitting there waving. He said, hi, everybody. I'm here. This is my house.
Lovely visual, Richard. Lovely.
Hey, man, you got to respect the game the little dude had. He was in his own
He
house,
just wanted to
man.
end to a good night. That's all he wanted.
We call
He
that
wanted to
one.
get his thing on, get his grub on.
We call that wacky waving inflatable arm flailing dong man.
Yes. Now, she filmed him butt naked with Mr. Happy hanging out and posted it online, breaking multiple laws.
all over the internet. She didn't just post it in one place. She posted it all over the freaking internet.
And then started saying that he was the one that essayed her, when by definition, what she did falls under the legal definition of essay.
Really was so harassment.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
So now
Okay, so is there a new development? I mean, this is okay.
Okay. For the second time in a row, guess who did not show up to court?
Oh,
God.
bury this idiot.
So,
Did they say bench warrant?
Big old bench warrant. Failure to appear.
Yep.
Lots.
yes.
Oh.
And they've been trying to get her to just do the human thing, do the right thing. They're trying to make it as painless as possible. But from everything I'm seeing, this woman is literally in that category that a lot of women unfortunately have. This isn't against you, Alice, because we know you do accept responsibility when you screw shit up.
Absolutely.
And we know that Jill does that too. I mean, if you make a boo-boo and you say, oh, my fault, I did it, and take responsibility for it, we're good. We're copacetic. But for some reason, she's amongst the modern women that just don't believe in accountability and accepting responsibility for when she does something bad. She
But
literally
they've never had to accept responsibility or be accountable for anything before. Why should they start now?
Yeah.
It's this is what's frustrating me about this. This could have been easily to have fixed and dealt with, and everybody could have moved on. You just say, oh shit, all I know was the door was ajar. I pushed it in to make sure that the person was okay. But it doesn't change the fact she filmed the dude butt naked and tried to say he essayed her.
Well, I mean,
that wasn't even her thought, was to make sure he was okay. You know.
And I mean, oh God.
She wanted the 2 seconds of internet fame and whatever else, and it backfired.
yeah, I mean that's the thing. And I'll tell you, that's part of the reason she's not coming in now, because she knows as long as she's out there and people are talking about it, she's still getting talked about.
Now,
Well, the fact of the matter is, one crime that she has committed that nobody's talking about, technically, she distributed porn in a public space. Because that's technically what it was. That's technically what it qualified as. Pornography.
okay, Richard, I'm not okay with this. Why isn't she getting a spray from the spray bottle? Just ceremonial and all. Well, DoorDash girl.
DoorDash wasn't in the chat.
The spray bottle? No. Fire hose. I want to use the fire hose.
Oh my God, it's like up your nose with a rubber hose.
Yes, she deserves not the spray bottle. She deserves the fire hose.
Actually,
Just make an example out of her, put her in jail for about 30 years and be done with it.
Yeah.
actually, I'm kind of
O's for the hoe.
I'm kind of leaning toward Chippy myself.
Oh,
I think Chippy needs to some work out.
Oh, yeah.
Carlos is saying the wood chipper. Yeah. So, Carlos, you and Casey here both are saying Chippy. Now,
Yeah, I think Chippy.
give me a moment. I
needs
gotta go
exercise.
back.
Oh, Chippy.
Oh, yeah, I definitely could use that one. The fire hose clip from UHF. That would, if I
Do
could
we
get
have that? We need that. How do we get that? We need it.
Hold on a moment. I've got to ask a question since he was brought up. What do you think, Chippy? Oh, you're so hungry.
Feed
But
me.
I won't touch her with a 10-foot cattle prod.
Oh, that's sad.
Oh, come on, Chucky, you're breaking my heart over here.
You're breaking your father's heart. God, I turned into a 40s Italian mobster.
I like it. Go with it. Channel it.
Oh God! But see, what gets me is at the same time I watched a news video out of Italy. This woman was walking out of a grocery store with her 1-year-old, and some dude was coming through the door and tried to snatch the 1-year-old little boy from her. Now, instead of people filming it, all of the other grocery shoppers just rushed in to try to save that little boy. Unfortunately, the little boy had to be taken to the hospital for a fractured femur. But the chucklehead that tried to snatch said little child, 1-year-old child, is currently sitting in jail. So that's good. And Wavro says
Where he
violating
belongs.
company policy.
He belongs in the morgue.
Yes,
Yeah.
he does.
I mean, can't argue that.
And
But
believe
this
me,
happened. This all happened in Italy. Well, here in the States, too many people would be breaking out their freaking cameras to film it instead of rushing in there to try to help.
Oh, that depends on what area of the U.S. it was in. There are some areas where they wouldn't even bother with that. If somebody had tried to stop him, they would have complained about the people trying to stop the guy, saying and claiming, "Oh, he's an illegal immigrant. Let him do it."
Yeah. Well, okay. Wavo posted violating company policy, trespassing, SA, public distribution of corn. We all know what that actually means. Slander and failure to appear in court twice. Yes, this woman has broken some major laws, man.
To quote Dragon Ball Z Abridged, "Do I hear 5?"
I'm telling you, man, this woman is purposely burying herself.
dude, she just wants to keep being famous. The more time she's away from jail, is the more time she's in the public eye in her little warped mind.
Yep, and it's one of those things where you just
You probably want to set up a give, send, go, looking for that pity sympathy.
Yeah, and they tried that. She did try to set up something like that, and they said no because it violated give, send, go, and all the other GoFundMe terms of service, where you can't raise money to if you've committed these heinous crimes. It's like the punk that stabbed the down there in Texas that stabbed the kid in the heart, and his twin brother had to hold him as he bled out.
Oh yeah,
that story right there. If you guys get a chance to watch the videos on it, do it, and you're like going, "Holy crap, this is messed up shit." Now, I find the DoorDash girl story hilarious because of everything she's doing to try to avoid being held accountable for what she's been doing. And I'm just, you got to be shitting me. And speaking of shit, hello, Carlos.
Hello.
The sheep in the house.
Hello, Carlos. How's my favorite fishy?
What's going on?
Well, this stream just went to shit.
Yes.
Now,
or at least it got real corny.
We don't want you to dry out. But anyway, our next topic is
like making the number 2 in the chat yet.
But he's always number 2.
I'm always number 2.
Very true. Very true.
Well,
At the moment,
you know,
though, you are number 3. Ha ha.
it's a dirty job, but somebody has to do it.
Yep.
That's right.
Now, our next bit to talk about is the backlash for the U.S. Olympics team members that went over there and started talking smack. Now,
Oh, this one's had me. This one's had me in a rut all week.
okay, we're about the only country on earth that allows our Olympics team to be douchebags like this. Other countries, if you talk smack about the country you're out there supposed to be representing, and you pull this shit, they snatch your ass and send you home like that. And
nowadays, a lot of humans are kinky. They'd be into that smacking their ass part.
yeah, it's true.
Well, it depends on whose ass I was smacking, but
That's true.
Get on the floor, smack
Casey,
that.
beggars can't be choosers sometimes, okay?
I'm sorry, dude. As long as I've had to wait, it don't even go that far.
But like I said, they did not. I know several of them did not expect the amount of backlash that they've got, because, like it or not, ICE is doing something that they needed to do. And what's been going on in Minnesota really upsets me because it's only happening there. And the biggest reason why it's only happening there is all the other states are allowing ICE to go in and pick up the most violent, illegal criminals that they've got. They've been going after the human traffickers, the Lester Chester, the child water types, and killers and murderers and rapists to get them off the streets. And like it or not, those are the ones I really, really want to make sure are not on our streets.
Yep.
Because they're the ones that, I admit, there are people here who have come here the wrong way that really want to make a better life for themselves and for their children. And I'm all for that, but I have been a big advocate for fixing what's wrong with our immigration policy. How old are you again, Zachary?
18.
20 years now. Because when Emma and Jack moved to the United States after we got married, we tried to do everything legally. We went to immigration 8 separate times and filled out the paperwork 9 times. And each time we would go back with the filled out paperwork, we would get told, no, you did it wrong. You've got to redo it this way. Yeah. Now, after I was disabled and Emma took the kids to the UK, I tried to immigrate to the UK so I could be close to my kids. They would not allow me there because I was a cripple and they saw me as a burden on the NHS, even though the State Department and Veterans Affairs kept stating he would not be a burden on your medical system because he would be getting all of his medical care through us. So I know immigration, both having someone come into the United States and trying to immigrate to another country. The system's broke. It needs to be fixed.
The system needs to be dismantled and rebuilt.
Exactly. Yes. That's why I say I love my country, but I don't trust my government anymore.
Mm.
And my loyalty oath is to the Constitution, not to a political party, not to a political leader. I am an American patriot because I believe in the American dream. I fight for the dream. I fight for each and every person to be able to live their life as they see fit, as long as they're not hurting anybody else. And everything they do is consensual. But remember, there are two groups out there that cannot give consent: animals and what else?
Kids.
Children.
And
Okay.
young people.
And also, children also covers people who are mentally incapable of mentally growing up.
Well, well, you might have to add one more though, Richard.
Okay, go for it.
Well, you might have to add the extreme elderly, because at that point, if they're that old, you don't know how many times I've heard things going on against them that are just shameful. And that's that's another reason I don't want to go into a nursing home.
No,
Yes, I
kids,
totally
that's
agree.
not
I
okay.
totally agree with that.
Well, do liberals count as children because they are not mature enough to make their own decisions?
I mean,
that would be a strain on the system.
Yes. I agree. That falls into mental childhood. So yeah.
Yes.
So yes, I totally get
Mentally
that.
ill.
The Lulu is
See, I was trying to be nice. I didn't just come out and tell them they are all retarded.
Now,
Like
like I said,
that's unfair to retards. I know a few of those.
but like I said, these Olympic athletes did not expect a backlash that they're getting from everyday average citizens sitting there telling them, well, get your ass back here so we can somebody else to fill your spot that actually loves this country. And,
well, and I think they also don't quite get how paramount the Olympics were and maybe used to be in a sense, because back in the day when you had the Olympics, like when I was little,
yes,
that's what you watched. You only had a few channels to watch, and that's what you watched. Every last minute of figure skating to bobsledding to the spring to the Summer Olympics with the gymnastics, it was showing another way to show our country's strength through our athletes. They were ambassadors, and I feel
and
like
they were there for merit. They were there on their own merits. They weren't there because of anything other than their skill at that sport, that event. That's what got them there.
See, now they've changed. Now they're putting the ass in ambassador.
Yeah. And I it frustrates me because I used to, after I got disabled, I stopped watching sports because I could not participate anymore. And it was just a reminder of stuff I could no longer do. So I stopped watching, except for certain sports. When it came to the Olympics, I would watch it because it was beautiful to me to watch. And the Turkish marksman walked out there like my dad would have, one hand in his pocket and the other one just popping off shots. Pat, 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 pat. I was like,
was it delightful to watch?
Yeah.
So was it a Turkish delight?
Yes. Watching him shoot reminded me of my dad, because my dad, if he could see it, he could hit it. That was the beauty of it. But I also enjoyed
That's what they said about him at the bar. If he could see it, he could hit it. He was a champ.
No wonder I can't hit anything. Okay, that explains it.
Hey, Marcella's in the chat. But like I said, but I get. What do you guys think about this? Do you think that the backlash is overblown, or the idiots by not realizing running your mouth overseas isn't a smart move?
Well, it's not a smart move anywhere at this point.
Well,
Well,
I'm a big believer in the freedom of speech. Speak your mind, but also be willing to accept accept the outcome of it when it doesn't go over well.
Well,
Yeah,
it's
freedom
Coin
of
phrase.
speech is not freedom from consequences of your
Yeah.
speech.
Exactly.
There's still consequences.
And
And
this
Say
is the
whatever
point
you
that
want,
we're
but I'm
seeing.
free to criticize your dumbass for saying it.
exactly,
Yep.
that's the whole
Yeah, but I
point.
need that. Hey, man. Boom shakalaka clip for Fox on that one.
All right, hold on. Carlos again. There he's back.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hello.
You can say anything you want. You can say it, but that does not mean you're correct, and that does not mean you are smart for saying it.
Words
As
have consequences.
Yep. And
yes.
And I think we're all feeling that with so many things right now. Just saying.
freedoms means responsibility and accountability. That's what the left coast doesn't understand. Very true.
Yes.
I'm like I said, I believe we're the only country that has allowed stuff like this to happen. Like I said, any other country's Olympic team, they start talking off like that, they got snatched and sent back home.
Or they knew better before going in. I wouldn't see somebody from, let's just say, top of my head, China.
Yeah.
Saying these things, they know. P's and Q's, you go, smile, you wave, you prove yourself through your sport, through your element. Not
I could see it happening when in Western Europe or Australia.
Yeah. But it's one of those things that, yeah, it's just wild, you know?
Well, again, this is a situation where these children, and let's be clear, these Olympic athletes are essentially children, have been indoctrinated into think, okay, once you have an audience, once you have a platform, you need to use that platform to spout off about the injustices you see. They have been indoctrinated into this bullshit their entire lives. And so, of course, when they get over there, oh, now this is my moment. I can really say something and make an impact. Well, oh, you made an impact.
Yeah. Just not the one
Maybe
you
don't
wanted.
go home again.
I think stupid people should just be offered a drink. Do you guys know what horchata is? Have you heard of that?
yes.
Okay.
Marcelo.
It's a Mexican rice drink. It's very good, but a lot of the liberal women should just be offered a nice cup of horchata. Say, you know horchata? Whore, shut the fuck up.
Now, I have a comment. Marcelo in the chat brings up a good point. He says, if I have a platform, I'm impervious. Incorrect.
Exactly.
The actual statement is
exactly.
The actual statement should be, if I have a platform, I am more susceptible to criticism.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
More people are listening, and more people are going to call me out if I say something stupid.
Yep.
Exactly. And that's the whole point of this, If you're going to say something, you better be. If you think you can say anything you want to say, you better expect somebody else to feel the exact same way and say what they want to say.
I can honestly say that for a lot of these people, it's probably a good thing, because what I was thinking was, yeah, you should be responsible whenever you have a platform. But for a lot of these kids, they've grown up in an era where everybody has a platform and nobody is accountable because everybody is used to being behind the screen somewhere. So
Yep.
the minute they think they're out in the real, they may be out in the real world, but they still think they've got that invulnerability of something, mentally hiding them, and they can just say whatever they want because of who they are.
Yes.
They got a platform, but that doesn't work because
No.
when you're out in the real world, you have consequences because your neighbors can hear everything you say.
Exactly.
If you sound like a dumbass, people are going to call you out on being a dumbass.
Well, that's one of the reasons
Well,
why
see-
I believe in the First Amendment. I mean, if somebody's stupid, let them speak.
Exactly. That's
The
why
moment you
I've
start
long
So
said
hard
on
to
these
watch
platforms.
the dumpster fires. So hard to watch the dumpster.
Yep.
But they need to
Setting up
happen.
rules to say you can't say this or say that on these platforms. If you don't let people say these things, who are you going to know who the assholes are?
Oh,
It's also the fact it's like
How many assholes we got in this ship?
hang on.
I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes.
Yep.
Yes.
Excuse me.
Oh,
Yeah, when I was growing up,
Let's never watch that again.
now, well, considering the fact that Spaceballs 2 is supposed to be getting released this year, I plan on watching. I'm going to find somebody to take me up to go watch it out in the theater. And before we go, I'm going to watch Spaceballs, the first one. And yeah. And,
group review. I'm hearing
yeah,
group
that's
review.
one of the things I'd love to do. And I am hoping it is good, though. I heard that History of the World Part 2 was not as good as it should have been.
I didn't make it through 15 seconds of History of the World Part 2 before turning it off in disgust. So I am going to wait to hear what people say about Spaceballs 2 before I take a chance on it.
Yeah.
If it's
You know,
not titled
all I hear is
Spaceballs
humans
2,
say that
with
you can't
for more
make.
money, I might be disappointed.
Well,
Yeah, I hear the humans say all the time you couldn't remake those movies now, and I think it's because of the woke mind virus. But hey, everyone, I got to run, but I will be listening in the chat. You all have a good night.
You too, Carlos.
Bye-bye.
You be good. I love you, man.
Bye.
Yeah, I need to run too. Good night, everybody.
All right, love you,
Yeah.
brother. Just remember, you always have a place by the fire, man.
He can't hear you.
Now, next up, we're going to be saying goodbye to some famous people. We will start out. Huevo, you're up. Let us tell everybody about Hideki Sato and the massive effect he had on pop
Hideki Sato. Hideki Sato. This is Sato, however you say it in Japanese. The Sega engineer who created and designed the Sega Genesis passed away at the age of 77. Him and his team were the creative minds behind every Sega console up to the Dreamcast.
Yep.
And we're talking the original SG-1000 model, clear up until the very last Dreamcast model.
I gotta say, I owe that man a great deal.
Yeah, we all do.
The Sega Genesis was one of my favorite consoles as a child.
Yes, it was.
I'm actually in the middle of working on a review of Sonic the Hedgehog 2, and I'll shortly be starting a review of Comic Zone as soon as I start working on a playthrough of it.
My mom and dad. Okay. Sonic the Hedgehog was mom's favorite game. Getting that Sega, dad went and bought it and started game nights on Saturday nights. That's why Saturday nights was popular in my family. There was the big meal, and then we would have movies, and then we would have a game night. And they would set up the Sega Genesis, and they would play games until 3 or 4 in the morning. And it was just a big family thing. And like I said, Mom loved Sonic the Hedgehog. When the Sonic movies came out, she'd be like excited. She actually went to see the first one when it was in the theater. And that was when she realized going to the theaters was something she couldn't do anymore because of her bladder issues. And she would be like, "Is it been released on DVD yet? Has it been released on DVD yet? Has it been released on DVD yet?" And she died right before the third movie came out. And we had been talking about the fact as soon as it came out and it was released, I'd be getting it so we could go and do a movie night down at the house. And yeah. Griffing DBK says, "You know what consoles we had as a child? None. I was halfway through elementary school before Pong was a thing." Yeah, true. Atari was my first game computer thingy, and that had in a cassette tape player.
Can you say old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Sato, I mean, his passing, 74 years old. That's
77.
Oh, 77. That's a really good run. Though in Japan, that's usually considered, yeah, that's an average run. Because a lot of people in Japan live to be a lot older than that. But yeah, his impact on pop culture is still going to be felt. I swear, I believe his impact on pop culture is going to be felt for another 50 years. Because his designs, they're still building on them, correct?
Yes.
It's even possible his impact's still going to be felt for another 100 years. It all
like
depends.
you have they're remaking games and consoles of the Genesis and Mega Drive and Master System and all that and all the others even to this very day.
Yeah,
and they're big business too.
Yep.
People want them almost faster than they can make them.
Yep, and it's I mean, it's one of those things, man.
I gotta tell you, I got into Sega really late in my life. I got into it in college actually because when Sega first brought it out over here, they were doing a big college tournament thing for gamers over the country, and I got to participate. And the minute I saw the Genesis actually in action, I was floored.
Yeah, it was something else, man.
Yeah, one of my friends had a Genesis and I had a Nintendo, and we would go back and forth and play.
I remember my dad got my first Sega Genesis. My dad got me my Sega Genesis at a yard sale. And I can still remember I can still remember the names of every game I had. I had Streets of Rage, Sonic 1, Sonic 2, Comic Zone, and Primal Rage.
Yep, it was it's always sad when someone passes away, even when they've had a long, eventful, wondrous life, because they're gone too soon. Unless, of course, they've been a real monster. But we're talking
in which case they were around too long.
Yes. But for the most part, the majority of people are they fall into the category of gone too soon. And this person, Mr. Sato, is in many ways gone way too soon. And it's it's frustrating, man. I let's give him a moment of silence and a prayer for his family and friends who are being so greatly affected right now. So here we go. May God protect and watch over you and your family, Mr. Sato. And thank you for all the grace, all the fun, all of the entertainment that you gave us. Because how many friends got made playing games on the Sega Genesis? How many friends did you make just because you heard, oh, they've got a Sega Genesis at home, let's go to their house and play?
If it wasn't for my Sega Genesis, I would probably have ended up like most of the people in California, because most of the people I ended up meeting in my childhood that kept me down to earth, I wouldn't have ended up becoming friends with.
Yeah. And I'm just hoping everything gets so much better.
I do have one request.
What's that, brother?
I do not have a Sega Genesis anymore, but there is one thing I would like to have before I die. If anybody can find me a copy, an actual working copy of the Sega Genesis game Moonwalker, I want it.
Ooh, the Michael Jackson one?
Yeah, it was the very first game I ever played on Sega, and it was what made me fall in love with it. The idea that you actually had to flip the quarter into the jukebox to get the game to start. You know, the fact that he would have to throw his hat at bad guys and they'd kind of explode in a bunch of... I mean, it was so 80s and it was so campy and it was so Michael Jackson. It was just so much fun.
Let's see.
Agent, oh God, Criffling DBK. I still don't understand why Con Noonien Singh was so hung up on getting that Sega Genesis thing.
Lord God.
Oh God.
Well, you know, the worst part of it is you probably wouldn't be even been able to use it without a wall adapter.
Yes. All right. Next up to say goodbye is to Jesse Jackson. Oh, Jesse Jackson, like him or hate him, is he had an effect on popular culture. Um,
Yeah, he did.
Only thing I can say is at least he was, even though he was a grifter, he was not as big of a grifter as Al Sharpton.
What did this guy do?
Jesse Jackson was a civil rights leader whose big claim to fame was he was in the same circle that Martin Luther King Jr. was. Unfortunately, when Martin Luther King Jr. was shot and killed, and he wasn't there, he was a couple of hours away. He made them leave Martin Luther King Jr.'s body there so he could show up at the site.
Yeah, and do you remember the picture they took with him holding King's shirt, his bloody shirt?
Yes.
I mean, the guy was an egotistical, attention-grabbing whore.
Yes. But like I said, at least he was not as bad as Al Sharpton.
He was that day's equivalent of Al Sharpton.
Yeah, but Al Sharpton went a hell of a lot further than that. I mean, how many people died because of Al Sharpton? I can count at least 4.
Well, I mean, I get you, but what I'm getting at is in sheer magnitude, Jesse was really close. He rode that every day of his life, from the time that happened until he walked out of public life, and he was probably still doing it the day he died. That was his
Zach
only
had to bow out because his phone is overheating. So, be good, son. Love you.
Let's see. Casey, you were talking about Michael Jackson's Moonwalker. I don't know if I personally can get you a physical copy, but I could hypothetically set you up with an emulator and a ROM of it.
I might actually take you up on that.
Sweet.
You get into running emulators, you're gonna love it, Casey.
Well, I mean, I want to get my Steam account set up so I can start playing with you guys there too.
Oh, sweet. That would be awesome. Maybe I can convince you to play Fallout 76.
Hey, as long as I can control the character, I'll play anything I can.
Sweet. I tried to see if Shrubby would play, and he's like, no.
Well, it's one of those things that either people love it or they hate it. And unfortunately, Fallout 76, from what I hear, has gotten something of a bad rap. Now, I don't know because I've never played it, but...
Oh, yeah. I've come in late, but the people who started playing at the beginning said that there was so much wrong with it when it first came out, it wasn't even funny.
Well, I mean, it was made by Bethesda.
Yeah, that's true. But I enjoy playing it. I play every day. I sign in every day so I can do my dailies and everything, and I really enjoy it. It's one of the reasons why I want to do some Fallout live streams talking about Fallout and the lore. And hopefully I've got to see if I can find a way of getting a hold of Beard of Liberty to try to see if he'll be willing to be one of my co-hosts. But next up, I sent you, Wavo, a picture of Tom Noonian because most people don't recognize his name, but if they see his face, they will recognize his face.
Yeah. Let me pull it up real quick.
All right. There we go. This is Tom Noonien. He passed away and
Yay, fish.
he was he's been in so many different movies, both in front of the camera and behind it. He was let's see, I'm trying to remember. He played dang it. I'm drawing a blank. I can see him in so many of the things that he did. He did. He actually passed away on Valentine's Day, and he played Frankenstein's monster in the Monster Squad. He played Kane in RoboCop 2, the Ripper in The Last Action Hero. He played the Pallid Man in 12 Monkeys. Can't remember if it. Let me double check, make sure I'm getting this right because I can't remember. Yes, he played in Francis Dollarhide in Manhunter, i.e., the Red Dragon. And what if you guys have read the Silence of the Lamb trilogy movies or books? Yeah, the first book that got made into a movie back in '86, he played the Ralph Fiennes character in the remake of that. The dude did so much stuff. I mean, he acted, he directed, he wrote. I mean, the guy he did a little bit of everything. A lot of people might remember him nowadays from when he was on the Blacklist. He played the stew maker. And he did a lot of voice work. I mean, finding out he passed away, that was he's literally, people don't know him by name, but it's like when you see him, that guy, because he was a character actor. And which I hate saying it that way because so many character actors, you know them by the roles that they've played and not by their names. It's art, you get them mixed up with another actor because their names are so similar, like Keith David and David Keith. You know, people mix them up a lot, even though one's black and the other one's white.
Or like how when I was younger, I used to get the actor Clint Eastwood and the golfer Lee Westwood confused.
Yeah. And
I'm still waiting for Northwood and Southwood.
And they'll make a TV, and they'll make a TV miniseries out of it.
Yeah. But his passing is I can't remember exactly how old he was. I think he was he was 74. And he had a good run. And that's all any of us can ask for is having a good run. And he had one. So let's give him a moment and then thank him for all of his impact he had on pop culture and entertaining us, because he was in some really good stuff and he always played really fascinating characters. And he's going to be missed. He will be missed. and may God watch over him and his family in this time. And now for the big name that we lost, and that's Robert Duvall.
Robert Duvall.
Yep, he passed away as well. He passed away on the 15th at the age of 95.
Well, you can't really complain about that thing.
Nope.
Right.
Now, Robert Duvall has been a staple. I mean, the dude was a plain speaker in real life. The people that knew him loved him. Dude would take controversial roles and stand up for them. And I loved his westerns. Oh my God, the westerns that he did. Almost everybody knows him from Apocalypse Now and him and that he made back in '79 and the whole thing of I love the smell of napalm in the morning.
Yeah.
It smells like victory. But I remember him the most from the Lonesome Dove movies. And let's see, what was the other Western that he did? I think it was Home on the Range or something like that, where he was starring as an old not a rancher, but
I wish you could almost.
gosh, shoot, what was the name of? Hold on a minute. Let me pull up his filmography so I can find it and get this right because I don't want to screw it up.
I remember him mostly from The Godfather. The Godfather was amazing.
Yes, he was awesome in the Godfather movies as the concierge. He also was really good in The Judge with Robert Downey Jr.
Oh yeah, I remember that. That was great.
Yes, he was so good in that, and he was in. Oh man, he was in so many. When you look at the list of movies that he was in, you're like, oh my God.
Yeah, because I'm all alone. Yeah,
and he was the consummate professional of it. He went into every role to do it right, and he just was amazing. Okay, that's the only way I can put it. He was one of the most amazing actors out there. He did. Oh man, I mean, the man made some of the greatest movies, and I just can't put into words how good he was. Open Range. The movie I was thinking about was Open Range. It was a Western that they made in 2003. Made it with David Jeter and who else was in that movie?
Was that Kevin Costner?
Hold on. Yes, Kevin Costner was in it.
That was a great movie.
And Annette Bening, Michael Gambon, and Michael Jeter. If I remember right, it was one of Michael Jetter's final movies he made. Because he passed away not that long afterwards from I can't remember if it was HIV or AIDS that he passed away from. He also was in Secondhand Lions. He starred as Robert E. Lee in Gods and Generals. He in recent years he got attacked for being for starring as Robert E. Lee in a movie. set uh, during the American Civil War. And he stood up to the people who tried to cancel him for that role.
Well, I mean, he's Robert
And
Duvall. Yeah, you think you're going to cancel him? Come on now.
yep. And I mean,
First of all, even if you did, he wouldn't give a shit anyway.
Yeah, exactly. You've got to care for him to be able to cancel you.
Yeah.
now, Cripping DBK said after Spielberg went to meet Castro, Duvall refused to work with the director or DreamWorks. And Marcelo says, can't argue with the DBK. Spielberg jumped the shark decades ago, completely lost the narrative.
Mm.
Yeah. And
If he should.
Carlos. Richard,
And if he said,
if you simply sign your name onto a piece of paper, is that considered drawing a blank? And can you get paid for it? Yes, actually, you can get paid for it. I have gotten paid just for my signature.
Well, I learned to write again.
But anyway, and Zach had said you can sell it, but if it's just some random artist, a single piece of people of their signature on it, not worth as much or anything, which is very true.
Yep. Zach does have a very good point there.
Yep. And I mean, Robert Duvall's impact on pop culture, I think, is the biggest of the people that we lost this week. And that's including the fact that Sato, his impact will still be felt for up to 100 years because of his work on building and designing the Sega Genesis. But Robert Duvall, his consummate professionalism, his acting ability, there are so many people who have stated that seeing him act is what inspired them to get into acting. And we don't know how long that effect is going to keep being felt, you know? Griffin DBK says my introduction to Duvall was The Great Santini. If you haven't seen it, look for it. Yes, it is a good movie. And anything that Duvall did was awesome. But like I said, I adored his Westerns. But Westerns is one of my favorite genres of movies, just like zombie movies, but that's beside the point. But Duvall, the gravitas he brought to roles is going to be very, very sorely missed. We've lost a titan, and there's no other way to put it. I'm not sure, Zach. I might be able to. I'm not sure. Zach's wanting to know if I could might be able to play a game, and I'm not sure. But like I said, we're gonna give him a little more than a moment of silence, and I don't know if I should say a prayer or not, because I don't know if I have the words for it, other than to thank God for giving him the gift that he shared with us. Anything anybody else wants to add?
Well, I can only tell you that some of the most interesting and rewarding movie-going experiences were things that had him in it for me. You mentioned the judge, the great Santini. I'm trying to think. Was he in the French Connection? I thought he was.
I think so. Let me double check.
Because if that was one of my favorite movies.
What year was the French Connection?
72, I think. Don't quote me on it, but I know it's somewhere around there.
Let me see. I might be able to pull it off this way. Nope. I don't think he was in the French Connection. But he was in, let's see, Route 66, Alfred Hitchcock Presents, Route 66, The Untouchables in 63, Stony Burke, the original Fugitive, the TV show The Fugitive, Bob Hope Presents, Hawk, The Cat, Combat, FBI, The Time Tunnel. Wait,
Whoa.
that's just his TV. Hold on, let me. Badge, 75, Lady Ice, the Godfather movies, The Eagle Has Landed, which was a good movie. If you guys haven't seen The Eagle Has Landed, y'all need to go see that. That's a really good one. Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
Oh, yeah.
In fact, he was in 78's Invasion of the Body Snatchers in a completely uncredited role. Let's see. The Natural, Hotel Colonial, 1990s, The Handmaid's Tale, or The Handmaid's Tale. He was also in Days of Thunder, Falling Down, Geronimo, an American Legend, which is another one of those Western movies I really loved him in. He was also in Sling Blade. He played Carl's father. Gingerbread Man, Deep Impact, Gone in 60 Seconds.
Oh, yeah, another good movie. Another good movie.
Secondhand Lions, really good. I love Secondhand Lions. That was a really, really good movie.
Basically, without this man, Hollywood is extra screwed.
Yes. He was also in the Jack Reacher movie that came out in 2012, Wild Horses.
That was a good movie.
His last movie was in 22, The Pale Blue Eyes. I mean, the guy, I'm going through this, he was so prolific in movies, television, and theater. I mean, the dude played Dwight David Eisenhower in 1979 in a miniseries. And he also played in 1992 Joseph Stalin. In 96, he played Adolf Eichmann in the TV movie The Man Who Captured Eichmann. This man was, oh my God, one of the greatest actors of his time. The world is a lesser place without him in it. And his impact on pop culture is massive. And yeah. Hey, Ian Hamby, it's good to see you, brother. Is everything going good your way? We're still keeping you and your family in our thoughts and prayers, man. So, and if you need anything, just let us know so we can give what help we can. see. All right. We'll give Mr. Duvall a moment of silence and remembrance before we get ready to start winding down. Please keep his friends and family in your thoughts and prayers in this time because as much as this is hurting us, it's got to be hurting them even more. And yeah, it sucks, but I mean the man lived a very full life that has touched millions, if not a billion lives of the people who have seen his movies. All right. So please, everyone, keep the Duvall family in your thoughts and prayers. Now, as we wind down, it's never easy losing people, especially those that have literally stood as titans that have improved this world. We have to hope that we can stand on the shoulders of these giants and try to be a positive influence. But before we go, everybody, it's time to do that moment of where we tell where people can find you. Let's start out with you, Casey. Tell everybody about how they can find you over on Casey's Creepy Creations.
Well, as you have already said, Richard, I am over on Casey's Creepy Creations, and I would love to see more of you over there if you would. I am planning on some very big things I am in the middle of right now. They're going to turn into videos one way or another. Um, and I would love to be able to share them with as many of you good folks as I can. Um, so if you want to see some really good upcoming horror, that's where you can find it. And if you don't come by, if you don't say hello, don't subscribe, don't leave a comment. If you don't do any of those things, remember, I know where you sleep.
What about you, Fox? Anything you want to hawk?
Not really. I'm same as always. I'm mod and you can find me on Discord. That's about it.
All right, brother. Sure, you don't want to give everybody get you some more work being a handyman.
Oh, I'm good,
Maybe.
man. Thank you.
All right. I was hoping to help you find a MILF, man. I was hoping
Uh, hell, I already got one.
Sweet. All right, Allison Crazy. Anything you guys want to hawk?
Well, I hadn't had anything planned, but I did do a random, unexpected live stream the other day.
Very cathartic.
So
Happy birthday stream.
if anybody wants to subscribe, I put my link down in the chat, and we never know. I'm thinking about fitting a few more live streams in here soon.
And
That could be fun.
Yep. And
Yeah, had good numbers too.
And Mama needs a GoPro because there's a lot of outside stuff that I'm looking forward to doing around here, as well as maybe a nice puppet outing if we can get a good day. And also, as always, having a blast collaborating with all y'all and the master of all things creepy and dark, our Casey Creepy Creations, to see where some other stuff goes. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
looking for that. Looking for something like a GoPro hasn't been easy. I need something so I can mobile record. I did try to get the that dash cam up, Richard. I bought a card for it, and it won't accept the card and says no, so I can't record on it. And my big camera is only limited to 15 minutes on
Well,
my.
what you need to do is take the camera with you to the store and say, "Hey, can you help me figure this out?" Because that's what I did.
Yeah, because the problem, I bought it, I opened it, I put it into it, it just won't accept the card.
Okay.
It was like what $20, but at least I can use it on my big Canon DSLR camera. So.
Oh, that's good. Anti-derivative Jill says, "Thanks for the show. It was good to listen. Anytime you want to come on and join the panel, Jill, you are more than welcome to. There's always room by the fire. Just let me know, because I do want to still get with you to do a Let's Talk Star Trek. That way we can have some fun talking Star Trek." And Ian's also got a spot by the fire whenever he wants it. He says, "Thanks. Life is just busy. My job preempts practically all my waking hours, leaving me no time to create. Still at the in-laws, and will probably be so until I get a day shift." And let's see. Hanging in. Still got stuff coming. All right.
Oh.
And of course, Marcelo also stated something about crazy about his pelvis still not recovering from all the snoo.
Don't forget my birthdays, mine and Fox's birthdays are in 10 and 11-ish respective days too. So, you know.
Yeah, I got to do this.
And we will be doing a birthday live stream for the two of y'all. I just have to get somebody to download that video so I can upload it for our opening. Because it's necessary. We're going to need that song because
send me a link to it. I can download it. I can if it's on YouTube, I can download it very easily.
Okay.
And Jill said, "I will talk about Star Trek anytime."
Yes, I'd love to talk some Star Trek with Jill.
Because I've actually got things set up for whenever we talk Star Trek. I've already shown it off to Crazy and Alice, and they love it. So yes, we're going to definitely be pulling that. So next up for hawking your stuff is Wavo. Tell everybody what you got coming up, brother.
Y'all know where I am. Just type my name into the YouTube URL bar up there. I got a lot of reviews that I'm working on. A lot of Sega Genesis reviews. I have decided to start branching from PlayStation out into other consoles. And I may have lit my candle at both ends because now I have 3 or 4 different reviews that I'm working on. So keep your eyes open for that.
Sweet. Now we've got Sig Valdison in the chat. Please remember, only our Eldritch God can rectify this filth known as Starfleet Academy. The button is waiting.
The sad part is, Siggy, nobody here mentioned Starfleet Academy.
Yeah.
I think Siggy's trying to push my buttons when he talks about it because he knows how I feel about it.
Well, I think we should push his button by ending the stream with the spray bottle.
Yeah, here it comes. You earned it, brother. You earned it.
I think from now on, hey Richard.
Yeah.
I know my birthday is in June, but as a birthday gift to me, can we get a bigger spray bottle?
we need a super soaker.
Yeah, here we go.
Bad Sig Valdison. Bad Siggy. Bad Siggy. Bad.
You know, and the best part is we get a super soaker. We'll get the button so wet it'll never work.
You know we love you, Siggy. We do love
We
you.
do.
Just pump it and pump it and
Because
pump
there are
it.
times when I've actually swallowed her own fracking com badge. Where the hell's that damn button? Oh
Yeah,
God.
I'm on Siggy's side in this.
Yeah,
Push
yeah,
the damn button already.
I am thankful I am not a fan of Star Trek.
Well,
It hurts, man. It hurts.
Conversion.
even
Oh
even
God.
if you were after what Kurtzman did do it, you wouldn't be.
Yeah. Even Doomcock sort of gave up on it after a while.
Well,
I was late, so I had no clue what has happened.
Yeah, that's a
But
fair
I
point.
figured safe to say that because, well, it is bad. That show is bad.
Yeah.
Oh God.
There's up a little bit earlier in the stream. Wait with it.
Yeah, Siggy, you were a little slack tonight.
Yeah.
It's always with Siggy, it's always a matter of just that much too late.
Yep. Well,
born with poor timing.
Yeah. Unfortunate.
Well, that's the bad thing. He always goes through life waiting for time to end, so he can never get his time right to being on the beginning of something.
Yeah. Well, it's time to go ahead and wind it off. It's time to end. But as I always end these wonderful little fireside chats where we all get together and just shoot the shit about what's been going on in the world, be as plain talking as we can. Try to sometimes we try to explain issues to make it easier for others to get it. But most importantly, we share what we love and why we love it. The only way we're going to make this world a better place is by going out there and being the positive change we want to see. And hopefully, by doing this, we'll inspire others to do the same thing. We also are only going to make things better by sharing what it is about the stuff in pop culture we love so much, why we care about it, what makes us defend it and protect it so strongly, why it matters. Because it does. It brings us all together in the end. You can have people you vehemently disagree with, still love the same thing you do, and the two of you can share that. It bridges that gap. It's what brings us together. Love is a uniter, and we need more love in this world. And the only way we're going to do that is by sharing the things we love and hopefully inspiring others to love it too. So let's go out there. Let's be that positive change. Let's share the love. Because as we all know, this world needs a hell of a lot more love in it. And the only way we're going to do it is by going out there and do it. So, everyone, know this: you are not alone, and you are loved, and you are loved greatly, even if it is only by me.